Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Vishveshwarai Shiva Vishveshwarai, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Vishveshwarai Shiva Vishveshwarai, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Someshwarai Shiva Someshwarai, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Devotees, welcome again to this mandir, where we are experiencing nature, the fragrance of the flowers, the freshness of the water, cool breeze blowing. What a beautiful here morning. A little cloudy, but that's all part of the surroundings. This is all part of nature. And this morning, let us pay adorations. Let us do this peace prayer, because we all need it. Om Sarveshang Mangalang Bhuyat, Sarveshantu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet, Nandantu Sarva Bhutani, Niratankani Santucha, Preetirastu Parasparam, Siddhirastu Cha Karmanam, Swastiyastu Raju Nityapa, Sham Prajabhyastate Vastu, Swastiyastu Dvipade Nityam, Shantirastu Chatushpade, Shantirastu no Devasya, Bhurbhava Swashivam Tatha, Sarvataha Shantirastu no Somya Bhavanta Bhutani, Tvam Devo Jagatasrasta, Pata Deva Tvameva Hi, Prajapalaye Devesha, Shantim Kuru Jagatpate, Yo Me Adya Snihate Tasya, Shivamastu Sarabhave, Yashchaman Dvishti Loke Asmin, Sopi Bhadrani Pashyantu, Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Oh Lord, let there be peace to the leaders, and let there be peace to the people. Let all of your creation, human beings and all, be at peace. Let none suffer. And who is my enemy today? Let him be in peace. Who is my friend? Let him be in peace. Because we need peace and understanding. And well, this morning I want to talk a little about our scriptures. But before that, let us bring in the Guru. And Guru, who is no other than Lord Shiva manifesting itself as Swami Parameshananda ji, and all his great spiritual masters, the Christ, the Buddha, Mother Durga, and whoever you have as your Sat Guru, your Moksha Guru, more so Moksha Guru, because we have to know we have to have a Moksha Guru. Anyway, you know, when you think about a Ramayana, and you know, when I think about it, what comes? You know, when these holy men were doing the Havan Yajna inside the open area, and making the offerings, Idam Nama, this is not for me, this is for you. And when they were making the offerings, Ravan would have sent his army, and they will be disturbed. They will throw bones and blood into the Havan. and this is like a big violation. After some time, the holy men could not stand it, because they're not warriors, they're not fighters. So they went unto Mother Earth, and Mother Earth being taking the form of a cow. These days are these allegorical stories, of course. And they would have said that Mother Earth, we can't bear this anymore. So they all went, and they went to, let's go and see Lord Brahma. But Lord Brahma, when they went, he says, no, I created this universe. The sustainer is Vishnu Bhagwan. So they went to see Vishnu Bhagwan, and he was in the on the Sheshnag in the ocean with Mother Lakshmi massaging his feet. So when they came, he was laughing, and they were a little perplexed. But Vishnu Bhagwan, he knew what is the reason for them to come, and then he says, okay, tell me what's the story, and they related the story. He says, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it, and the Leela started. Now, when you hear that story, and Vishnu Bhagwan would have said that, what comes afterward is the detail. And what is the detail is the Ramayana, that great epic. The four brothers taking birth, and they went through the Gurukul to learn, like ordinary people, to learn the teachings of the spiritual master, Jonacharya, and Bhisham Pitama, and all these great souls who were teaching them in academics and all aspects of life, even spiritual life and warfare. So this prophecy of yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhana vinashachaya dushkritam dharma samstapanartaya shambhavani juge juge. So they grew up, and now the kingdom was about to be handed over to Bhagwan Sri Ram, the manifestation of Vishnu Bhagwan. But there was that human jealousy, and this is all part of the Leela, where Bharat's mother was saying, no, the kingdom belongs to Bharat. And she would have recounted and said, okay, there was a promise made by King Dashrath of 3 what we call wishes, and then she invoked them, and they were sent to the Bhagwan Sri Ram and Lakshman, and Mother Sita were banished into the forest. The details are not there, but it was all a Leela, and Manthara, she was the one that was instigating Kaikeyi. So this way, when it went, and we know what happened, and eventually they met in Ravan, and the whole army of the, that went to rescue Mother Sita from Lanka. And they came back and everything. And then eventually, Bhagwan Sri Ram and Mother Sita were returned to their original places, Vishnu Bhagwan and Lakshmi Ma. So this, our scriptures, we have to understand it in that way, and not to dissect it and take just segments of it, because we wouldn't get the true picture. And the same thing in Krishna Bhagwan taking birth after Kans was giving trouble, and he came and took birth in that prison. And I always like to sing this song, because it's a time that we can use this song. And it talks about Krishna coming out of the prison, and how he was taken to Gokul, Nanda to Yashoda by Vasudeva the father, how his miracle set him free from the prison, and then he cleared the water, cleared the water of the Yamuna, because his waves and currents were very strong. And then it talks about Krishna, oh my Lord, you were so powerful that one time you'll be playing that flute and you were driving everyone crazy, especially the gopis, because of that devotion and that purity, God purity. And then what happened afterwards? That the song says that Sudama came, he was your childhood friend Krishna, and what happened? When he came, you knew he was coming. Very poor, he had nothing to eat, and his wife gave him a handful of parched rice wrapped in a piece of cloth, and you bring him and you welcome him, and you put him on the throne, and when you finished with him, feed him well, he went back and he got a palace. And then in Krishna, you in the Bhagavad deliver the Bhagavad Gita. And that is the essence of religion, Hindu religion. And not Hindu religion, but all over the world. This Bhagavad Gita has been translated because it has everything in it that we want to know. So Krishna, we're asking you today that put peace into the turmoil that we're going through. Put your little foot forward, put your foot forward, so that you clear the rough waters that we have to go through. Here we're looking at the waters. And Krishna, you play that flute. Keep playing that flute. Let me hear it. Let me hear the music of life like we're hearing it. This water fountain, I call it, this is my Lord Shiva Lingam. So let me hear that flute. And Krishna, I don't want a palace that you give Sudama. We don't want palaces. But let there be peace in us. Let the good thoughts be overpowering the bad thoughts in us, so that our words would be good, our actions would be great. Otherwise, if we don't have that overpowering good thoughts over, then we'll be getting ourselves into sorrow and suffering. As the Buddha would have said, that his main teaching was get rid of the sorrow and suffering. And through his austerity, the Buddha became this, Siddhartha became the Buddha. So these are all gurus that we want to do. And Krishna, so the song goes like this. Because I like to sing, everybody likes to hear singing, you know? Krishna Murari, Sudarshandari, Murali bajao ne, timi kaha cho, madhyao ratma, mathura le tori, Vasudev ko nandana le tori, barsa ko bori, charan le mori, jamuna jatao ne, timi kaha cho. भक्त सुधाम धरिए आए, एक मुट्ठी चावल सात मलाई, काचे प्रभुली खाचो को, प्रेम से काओ ने तेमे कहाचो, कृष्ण मुरारी सुदर्शनधारी, मुरली बजाओ ने तेमे कहाचो. महाभारत में शास्त्र सुनाए, संसार को आगन मीठा लगाए, सारथी वे प्रभु रथ लई माँ की, गीता सुनाओ ने तिमी कहाँ छो, गीता सुनाओ ने तिमी कहाँ छो. Ah, what a beautiful bhajan. You know, bhajans are really prayers. So this morning when I'm singing this, I'm thinking, oh, the whole of the Bhagavad Gita, the whole of the Mahabharata war, look, it was a drama, Leela of Lord Krishna. And he had nothing to gain, but he was the one, that the main character, that in any aspect of the Mahabharata war, he was there and he was controlling it all the way. Anyway, when it was all said and the Pandavas won, and so many millions were killed, and then they couldn't enjoy the kingdom, and they just left and handed over, and they go into that last pilgrimage where they were all killed. Only Yudhishthira was able to ascend into heaven, and when he went there, what he saw in the heavens, so-called, that there was Duryodhana having a good time. And then he asked, Lord, what is this all about? And he says, oh, you know, when you do good, when you go into that temporary holding place before you take a next birth, that you will enjoy the lower percentage first. So Duryodhana had little good, so he was enjoying the little good that he had. But then afterwards he will be in that hellish state where there's uncomfortableness, because when we leave, we'll have the five senses with us. So we can experience comfort or discomfort or suffering by the five senses. But when he went on, and then when Yudhishthira went on, he saw his moaning and groaning, and he went and he saw his brothers were moaning and groaning. Yes, they were experiencing the lower part of their karma, which was bad. So they had to endure that, and then afterwards they would have got the higher percentage of the good they do into the world. So keep that in mind, that we have to continue to doing good. We can't be thinking, oh, there's no life afterwards. Because in the morning, when I come here, before that, this is something that Swamiji's I do, and I learn it from Swamiji's in Kolkata. You get up in the morning and your body is in a tamasic stage. And then little by little you take a glass of water with lemon, a tall glass, and you drink it for a cleansing of the body, internal. And then you start the yoga, and then you move into that rajasic state where the body is being used and the mind is at its peak performance, directing the body and breathing and everything. And then when you exhaust the body, every part is in peak performance. This machinery body is in its peak performance. Then what happened? You lie down on your back and you experience the sattvic stage. And then you even exit the sattvic stage by going into you break the bonds of your thought. Your mind expands in every direction. Your consciousness has no limitations. And then you find yourself in a great new and wonderful world, because you would have been in earth atmosphere when you exit your body and you go into earth atmosphere. And then from all points of Mother Earth, you go into space. And then what happened? Dormant forces, faculties, and talents come alive. You are in spirit. And then you find yourself to be a far better person than you ever dreamed to be. Because what happened? Through that exercise, you would have realized that you're a conscious observer. You became consciousness, and you're looking at the all of creation like Krishna do, and great souls. The Swami Parameshananda, when he's got his God realization in 1917 in Bajitpur, Bangladesh, that's what happened. He, through his meditation, he would have gone to consciousness, but he would have been Satchidanand, truth, consciousness, and bliss. And what is the definition of consciousness? Omnipotent. You have all the divine power, 100% of it, and 100% of time. You are all pervading. You exist all over the universe. You can see what the black ant is doing on a black rock in the dark night in, say, Africa, because you see everything. This is just an example. And then what happened? You find yourself to, and then the omniscient. You are the knower of everything, present, past, and future. So this is this is a definition of liberation. Isn't that what we're looking for? Why are we thinking that, we don't have the answer of what is keeping us alive? In this body, it has the lower nature. Like in this mandir, it has the element earth, water, fire, air, and space. In my body, it has earth, water, fire, air, and space. My five senses are coming through the five elements. So the five senses, five elements, and they form my mind. So when we do this yoga asanas and we purposely go into consciousness, this is the moksha and liberation. I hope that you are doing your Mahapancha Yajna every day. This is necessary, where we do worship to the devatas. We do worship to gods. We do, number one, gods. Number two, the rishis. Number three, the pitris. Number four, the Nar Yajna, men. Service to humanity, service to God, the motto of BHARAT SEVASHRAM. And then we do yajna to the all bhutas, all of God's creation. Make sure that you do that every day. So this morning I'm telling you all of this. It's a lot of information, but we all have the possibility. We all have there's a possibility for all of us to be liberated souls in this lifetime. Devotees, let us not be distracted. All that the happenings and it's happening in this world. Be a conscious observer. Look at it. But like Krishna Bhagavan said, he had nothing to do with everything is happening. Although he's the five elements, and he's the life force in this, he has nothing to do with. We too can be like that. Let us be a conscious observer and see everything, and don't let it bother us. All that's happening in the world. Here in America, we're going through this election, and the whole world is in tension. The citizens of America, they're in tension. Why? Because they're coming, they haven't elevated themselves to the higher state of consciousness. Let us all do a little prayer, a little mantra, Guru mantra. Om Bhara Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhara Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. All right, now these offerings to sun. Sun hasn't come out yet because of the clouds. It's okay, and now we want to do a little chanting of adorations to Shiva. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. 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 Follow Sisi Guru Maharaj ki jai. And to all the gurus, Lord Shiva, Mother Durga, Swami Parameshananda ji, the Buddha, the Christ, and any guru that you worship, that moksha guru, we pay adoration to them. They're the ones who lead us to this moksha. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti. Have a beautiful day. Take yourself out of suffering. Lift yourself to the higher plane.